We're going to do a little recap of BWC just to refresh your memory. We'll talk about partnering with BWC, why you want to be a partner. And then the exciting part, we're announcing the new BWC Partner Guide, which everyone will get a link to, and you can download a copy also. We'll go through the partner tools, and Christine will talk about that in your member portal. And then I'm really excited because today Joanna and Felicia are going to share some stories, and they are longtime partners of BWC. So they're going to share their stories, and then we'll have a Q&A. We can all turn our cameras on. I'll stop sharing the screen, and then we can have a group discussion. So today is really about all of you, how we can help you, how you can utilize this guide, and all of the great things that we have added. So Best Workplaces for Commuters, again, is managed at the Center for Urban Transportation Research at the University of South Florida. And we took over management from the EPA many years ago. Phil and I had a meeting with the EPA, and they handed it over to us, and we have been successfully managing it since that time. And I think most of you have gone through the history. And for those of you who aren't partners, we hope that you will sign on to be one of our partners. So to go through what BWC is about. So BWC really is more than just a recognition program. We have added so many great benefits for you. And for the employers and the sites and the universities, they must meet the national standard of excellence. Now, again, that was developed many years ago when the program was initiated by the EPA and also U.S. Department of Transportation. And we have updated those membership benefits based on your feedback. So when you go and meet with one of your employers, then you're going to go through with them why the program is important and how they meet the standard of excellence. So I'm going to go through the primary benefits. There are also secondary benefits, which there are many of those, but I think the most important part is just we're going to quickly review what you're going to sit down with them and look for in an employer. So to meet the national standard and the first benefit, they must offer at least $30 a month towards a transit pass. They only have to offer one of these. And again, we've added to this over the years. They can offer a pre-tax purchase of a monthly transit pass or van pool pass, a significant telework program, a significant compressed work week program, at least $30 a month to each employee not driving to work alone. They can offer an employee shuttle. That was a new one we added. We also added a significant bicycle commuting program because as we looked at our employers, we saw that many of them were offering this type of program, employee shuttles, bicycle commuting. Also offers to pay at least $30 a month to employees that carpool to work. We heard a few of you yourself carpool to work. And then the final benefit, so remember that this is there. And all of this, again, is going to be in the guide. So this is just a quick overview and refresher. If they don't quite meet any of those, but they have this great program and they might have a mix, then you can, in that box, you can help them put in an equivalent benefit. So again, this is just a refresher on the national standard of excellence. And they have to meet one of these benefits to be a BWC. So the types of memberships that we offer are Best Workplaces, which is for employers, and that we have the highest number that are employers. We have Best Sites. So a Best Site is a designation for multi-employer developments. We also have Best Universities. So for example, where we are located here at Qatar, University of South Florida is a Best University. And then we have the Best Partner designation. Now, that is what you are. Some of you are best partners, and you're also one of these. You might be a best workplace, you might be a best site, but you're also a partner. And so we have implemented a new partner logo just for you that's going to be available for download. And we have really made changes to this best partner program that we're going to talk to you about today. So why would someone want to be a best workplaces, a best universities, or a best site? This is something that you probably get asked first, right? If you make a cold call, they might say, why. So I wanted to review again the benefits that we offer. We have a lot of benefits for best workplaces, and we keep adding them. So as you look at this list, if you are a longtime partner, you might see one or two that are fairly new. So the biggest benefit that we have offered and in the past was that national recognition, right? We do the big press release in January, and they get their name out there. We have events across the nation where people are recognizing those workplaces, and so that national public recognition is very important. I'll go through a few more of these. They get their name listed on the list release again, and that's going to be in January. They get a downloadable certificate to display. Now that's new. We were mailing those out, but we heard back from our members that they would rather just have an option to download that and be able to print that on their own. If they do want us to send them one, we will do that also. The Commuter Choice Certificate Program, Christine sends out an announcement for that every year. That's a $250 value, and each BWC member gets one free seat in that program. Now, this is new. We just added a free online self-paced course. This is one that I developed with Dr. Aaron Sheffels at Cutter, and it's called Shifting Narratives to Prevent Bicyclists and Pedestrian Deaths. And that adds another $50 value. You're welcome to take that course. There's one course per employer, Best Workplaces Partners. And so we'll show you how to sign up for that if you're interested. You also receive a discount on the Social Marketing and Transportation Certificate. And Phil and Christine just opened that up, and we're seeing those registrations come in. And I'm already seeing BWC members use that discount. That is free for people in Florida, but people outside of Florida do pay for that, and they do get a discount through BWC. We have the BWC Commuter Benefits Guide, and Phil updated that this year. That's very popular. Vanessa made that very easy to use, putting in some great graphics, and that's another $50 value. And then in summary, you get your name listed on the website. You get the exclusive use of our logo. We have multiple web conferences during the year. We have research and benchmarking tools, web-based tools, and all kinds of networking opportunities such as today. So we hope to have many more of these networking opportunities, and we hope that you'll take part and you'll get to know everyone who's a BWC partner. Okay, so why partner with BWC? We're going to talk about why you partner with BWC. Some of you are have been partners since we started this, and we have some people who are thinking about it. So we're going to talk about why partner with BWC. And again, all of this information is going to be in your new guide. We're just going over some of the highlights of that guide today. And here is a list of our current partners. So some of you will see your name on there. If you're not, then you want to go to the link after this meeting and you can easily sign up. It is free for you to sign up, and you still get many of the benefits that go along with that. And so we have a great list. I was excited to hear we have people from all across the country here today. We have people from Canada, and that was new. Members can sign up if they are located in Canada now. So that was some exciting news. Okay, Christine, I'm going to turn the time over to you now, and I'm going to let you talk about some of the, things that they can look forward to in the guide. So Christine, I'll turn it over to you.
Sure. Thank you, Julie. And so Julie talked about the fact that there are so many benefits to be a member. And remember, when you are a partner, you get those benefits that were listed on that slide as well. So you get to have the discounts or the free trainings, and you get a lot of those same benefits. So you can see here on the screen that you are, as a partner, you're affecting people who are in the workplace by positively impacting that commute habit, helping to ease congestion, reduce carbon emissions. And you, as an organization, you're earning a reputation as a resource for someplace for them to come when they have questions about how to improve their commuter benefits for their organization. So how do you become a partner? What should I do if I'm not a partner? So you can see this easy step-by-step, 1, 2, 3. So first step is to contact us. We want to hear from you directly and see exactly what you're interested in doing. So you could email us or call us Julie is a great person to start with. If you can't reach her, then I will be here, Phil, Vanessa, any of us can field your questions. And then second, we want you, once we've talked to you and we understand what your direction is and what you would like to accomplish, then we would like you to fill out the application online. It is very much pared down from a regular member application because we're not asking you about your commuter benefits. It's basically demographic information, the people in your organization who you want to have access, your address, your phone number, your website, stuff like that. It's a very simple application. We do ask that you have a goal to refer 5 or more members and during the annual period of signing and asking people to join. So if you could get them to join by November 30th and you get 5 or more, then your partnership is free. So we don't ask that you pay to be a partner. You're getting all these great benefits. But so that's what makes it a true partnership. We're asking you to go out into your community and help people learn about BWC and how to join, how to fill out the application. So we're asking that you have a goal of 5 or more. If you get to near November 30th and you have not hit your 5, we'll work with you. We'll find a way to help increase and improve your program so that you can meet your goal or you can meet it in the next year. And next slide, please. So now, once you are a partner, then what do I do? How do I get members to join? So we have an online process now that's super simple. We ask that you approach people from June 1st to November 30th. That is the enrollment period. And so you're going to go out and talk to them. You can talk to them all year long, but that is the enrollment period online. And you go to bestworkplaces.org. And then at the top of the screen, there is a button that says join. Once you get to that place, there are several selections for what kind of application, whether they're a best site, a university, or an employer. By the way, that's also where the selection is for partner. So if you're not a partner yet, you do the same thing. You go to the website, you click join, and you scroll down to hit partner, and then that leads you to your application to be able to become a partner. So an applicant applies directly online. This is something that has caused a little bit of confusion. As a partner, you do not go online, sign in with your email address and enroll them and put all their information, because we have to have a unique ID for them, and that is their username, which is their email address. So say you're working with Susie Jones at this organization. Susie Jones puts in her email address and all of her contact information, all of their commuter benefits at their organization. Now you can be with Susie side by side over Zoom, on the phone. You can help her fill out information beforehand and she can go on and do it herself. So there are many ways to partner with them to help them fill out their application. So I just want to make that clear that you're not filling it out for them because we do have to have a unique identifier for them. And then after that application is submitted online, then they will receive an email notification of whether or not they've been approved. So and that usually comes within 2 weeks, sooner most often. So they can expect to get an email from us to tell them next steps. And if you could go on to the next slide, please. And we want to announcing the new partner guide. We think that we've shown you a couple of snippets here of the pages, but we think there's a lot of information in here that you're going to value, and we want you to go through it carefully to understand all the different benefits that are available to you as a partner and how to go through it step by step. Next, please. So in the guide, you can see just a few more pages here, but on the right-hand side, these are basically the different sections in the guide. And I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see, you can go through different aspects. One of the ones I like is making the pitch. So yeah, I believe in BWC. I think there are plenty of organizations out there who would benefit from being a BWC. They probably already offer commuter benefits. How do I get to them? How do I make the pitch? What should I do? So there's a nice section in the guide that talks about that. And next, please. Once you go to your member portal, and the member portal is just how you sign on. So you're going to put in your username, which is your email address that you signed on when you were becoming a partner. And you're going to put in your password. And that is basically gives you access to sections of the website that are only for members and only for partners. So in that section, we've got special things just for you, informational handouts, templates. You can see how you would promote BWC. What are the exact wording that I could put in an email or in a press release? So we've given you some examples of that. You can see in the bottom right, brand new is a new logo just for partners. So we're asking that you spread the news and you proudly display your new partner logo on your website, on any printed materials you may have. You could put it on your email at the bottom. That would be great. On all your social media, we want you to proudly display that you are a BWC partner. And then that in turn will help you show that organizations that you are a partner with BWC and you are bona fide, for lack of a better word. You are an approved partner. So we also want to hear back from you. We want to hear your testimonials. What do you love about BWC? And do you have any ideas, any things that will help us? Are there any tools that you'd like to see us develop? Are there any webinar ideas that you may have? Different partners or organizations that you'd like to hear from? Maybe the programs that they're promoting, you'd like to hear more about that. So there's an opportunity for you to share that also online. So you can go to that feedback section and submit your idea. Next, please. Now, what does all this cost anyway? If I'm getting myself into being a partner, what am I going to have to pay? Well, the good news is zero. So partners do not pay a membership fee as long as they are working towards their goal of recruiting 5 or more organizations to become a BWC each year. Now you can see here we've listed the prices for the membership fee for each of the different types of organizations. So you can see the membership dues, $275 per year for a worksite, best site, or university. We also have an opportunity for them to get a discount and pay for 2 years at a time. So they get a discount. Now, if you look all the way at the bottom, it says that this is a partner rate. So an advantage for an organization working with a partner like yourself is they get a reduced rate for their membership dues. So instead of $275 per year, now it's $220 per year, or $400 for 2 years. So I wanted to point out too that Florida employers have no fee. They are also free because they are sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. And also they can apply anytime throughout the year. So that time period where we open the enrollment, that is available to them all year long. So I hope that you would see that this is a great value, that you could be a partner with working with best workplaces for commuters to help organizations become a BWC. Next, please. And I'd love if Julie would help introduce our next guest.
Yes, thank you, Christine. That was a great overview. And again, we're going to give you the link to the actual guide. As Christine said, it has all kinds of great information. It shows you how to make the BWC pitch. It talks you through different commuter benefits, and it's really just a great resource that we hope you will enjoy. It has a lot of items on marketing and sales, and so I think it'll be good for you in any aspect of your role. So I am really excited that we have two of our longtime partners here, Joanna and Felicia. They're going to share their stories. They're each going to take a few minutes and share some partner stories. And so first we have Joanna Rustin, and she has been really a great partner for many years. She helps us organize webinars, and she's always there to help support BWC. She is the Vice President of Marketing for National Express and WeDriveU. Those who were just at ACT probably saw her. They were there and had some great events during that time. So Joanna, I'm going to turn the time over to you and let you share some of your BWC partner stories.
Thank you so much, Julie. I'm thrilled to be here and share some tips with everyone. Over the years, we've learned some things about what works and how best to drive participation from organizations that are doing great things with commutes. So first, just real quick context, I am with WeDriveU, which is a division of National Express. We operate everything from school buses to transit vehicles and private shuttles. And I'm here representing WeDriveU, which is the shuttle team. We operate those everything from drivers to fleet and end-to-end programs. And we often do that in partnership with a lot of the organizations I saw listed on your partner slide. So I was thrilled to see some of the TMAs and other organizations that we proudly call partners. While shuttles are what we focus on, we never do that in isolation. A lot of the programs that we run for employers, for companies, for universities, and for hospitals are best because they offer integrated options and allow folks to create their own commute solutions. So whether it's shuttles and bikes or shuttles and transit or walkable campuses, we promote all of the above. And we've done that with dozens of employers over the years. Proud to say that we've had many return and requalify back-to-back years. And they're folks that you would know. It's employers as big as Tesla and universities such as Northwestern and even AMA Plaza commercial properties in places like Chicago too. So we're thrilled to have a really nice cross-section across all of the different categories. And I guess to impart some tips, we have a recipe of success that really follows three primary ingredients. And one of them is motivation, the other is rewards, and lastly, it's help. Our outreach on behalf of Best Workplaces fits those three categories. In terms of motivation, we spend a lot of time educating our clients about the program itself and the benefits to them for participating. On the reward side, we spend a lot of time talking about what's in it for you, not just in terms of receiving the distinction, but long-term educational access to things like the webinars you mentioned, Julie. So the outreach around Best Workplaces is really part and parcel to what our customer success team does. We spend a lot of time, incorporating that into our ongoing communications with customers. And lastly, we offer to help. I think if we all look at promoting promotions for our organizations, we're probably the least equipped to do it because everybody's wearing many hats and has a full-time job. And so where we can offer to a customer that we can help interview them to work through the application process or draft content that they can review and validate and ensure the accuracy, a lot of times that really helps. When it comes to promotions, I think that's really a big area where we've seen some interest, and showing folks pictures of ways that they can use the distinction to their advantage. Christine, you talked about incorporating it into the footer of your email that you're an award winner. We've kind of promoted a whole arsenal of different things that winners can take advantage of, even to the point of mocking up wraps and decals on some of the shuttles, showing them how a window cling that says Best Workplaces for Commuters might look on a passenger door. A lot of those things, kind of helping them conceptualize what this might look like, incorporating it into all of their communications. And it applies as well for things like promoting their award on recruiting toolkits and things that they're going out to bring new employees and students to their campuses. It's really kind of working through all the different communication channels and opportunities for them to shine and showcase their distinction. And then lastly, Julie, you mentioned, the webinars. We are very proud of our partnership with you and the team and Phil and everyone in furthering education. So we've always looked at Best Workplaces for Commuters as a year-round program. It goes so much further than just the award. And this becomes this community, this think tank where the winners have an opportunity to tell their stories. So all of that plays a role in how we position the program and how we get people excited about it. So I'm thrilled to share that with you. And if anyone is interested in seeing some pictures of the kinds of things that we share with customers, I'm more than happy to share that after this call.
Thank you so much, Joanna. After Felicia speaks, I'll have both of you come back on and we'll see if we have any questions for the two of you. And I just want to say my favorite part, I think, of working with you is the webinars that you've put together have been incredible. And then just seeing those shuttles that have the BWC logo on them. And we've also seen some universities do that too. And it's just exciting to see those on the shuttle systems and the bus systems. So thank you so much for that. Okay, I'm going to turn the time now over to Felicia Woodruff, and she is the president of Woodruff Company Engineered Solutions, WCES. And Felicia also has been a really great partner, and she has worked with us on many different initiatives. She's provided testimonials. You might have noticed that she provided a great testimonial that's on our website. And so that has been viewed many, many times. And so she is doing some great work, and I'll just turn the time over to Felicia to talk about what she's doing.
Thank you, Julie, and thank you, Joanna. I learned a lot from your presentation, and it's a real honor to join everyone on this call today to talk about the Best Workplaces for Commuters designation. We are very proud, my entire team, to represent this program to one of the largest localities in the Commonwealth of Virginia. We are on contract, and we are supported in working directly with employers and getting them designated as a BWC. And they do promote this on their website. We do promote it in the local area, and they do get local recognition. And I just want to cover three main points during this small presentation. And the first is we use the BWC program as a roadmap. We appreciate it being flexible, and the recognition part we find to be very, very impactful. And then I'm going to close with just a little bit of a bonus. But when it comes to the roadmap, think about it. This is a national designation. So an employer can say, yes, we're doing our best to recruit and retain employees, but you know what? We also have a national recognition. We can put on our website, the cling is powerful, Joanna. I'm wearing my little button, which you probably can't see, but people love anything that you hand to them. It just solidifies that relationship with the potential employer that wants to establish the best workplaces for commuters. The BWC also means that there's a common goal that we're all working towards. And again, I always emphasize not so much the BWC program when I initiate communications with employers, but simply understanding what their employee needs are, what the employer needs are, and how this can help fill that need. In terms of flexibility, again, we want to meet employers where they are. This is a very large employer that has some of the top international companies in the world located there, just outside of Washington, D.C., but it also has smaller companies that has predominantly Spanish-speaking employees. They're off the beaten path. It might not be on a transit route, and we have to meet them where they are. And I love the flexibility, because regardless of what type of employer you go to, there is something in the BWC that that will resonate with them. And that's our job as TDM professionals, is to make that connection. Again, we try to meet employers where they are. We document what they're doing right, and we reward them. We praise them to success. So if we walk into a building and say, look, you've got preferential parking, or, you know, you've got so many wonderful amenities to support your employees that make that choice to share that ride to work. There are ways that we can give you credit for that with this application. Again, we like to meet with the employer, document what their needs are, and then we come back to them with a specific proposal. Many times we'll actually have a copy of the BWC and highlight what they're doing right already, and then say, is there any reason why, I'm going to use you, Joanna, because you're underneath me on my screen as my guinea pig, and say, is there any reason why, Joanna, we couldn't maybe, you know, tackle this next level, because then you've got everything you need to be successful with this. And I always ask a lot of questions. Is there any reason why? What are your thoughts? What do you think your boss will say, or your CEO if you were designated? How do you see this working for you? Because the more questions you ask them, the more they kind of sell themselves on, you know what, Felicia, this isn't that hard. And you promise you're going to hold my hand? Yes, we will hold your hand. Okay, let's do it. I always put a timeline on there because I don't like things to drag out. And so I'll say, is there any reason why we couldn't do this in like 45 days? You know, what's the internal decision-making process? What do we need to do to support your efforts to make this happen? So again, I ask a lot of questions up front because we're going to get 70 to 80% through getting all the approval internally, and then some big project will pop up, or there may be a change with the ETC that you're working with. And you need to have all that documentation so you can say, you know what, Joanna, I know that you got a lot on your plate right now, but remember when we first spoke and I promised I was going to hold your hand? Can you imagine at the end of this big project that all of a sudden you got this feather in your cap also with BWC? And you just have to continue massaging the process and getting them where you want them to be. Otherwise, we're busy people and we're going to get distracted, even if they're bought into this. I also want to say, painting that picture of success. Can you see yourself being recognized by the Board of Supervisors at a big December event? You know, what do you like for breakfast? You won't believe the food that they serve. And the pictures, let me show you the pictures from last year. So all of that gets the buy-in, and you listen and you ask for concerns. Say, Joanna, tell me, what do you think we might find internally that might stop us from meeting our goals? And let's go ahead and talk about that up front. In the past, when you tried to reach a goal like this, what happened? And so it's really flexible, the BWC program, because you can almost always overcome every objection. The third area I want to share is recognition, because don't we all like recognition, whether we want to admit it or not? And if you're working for a company now wearing all these different hats, who among the people that you work with are going to pat you on the back and say, man, you're doing a great job, Joanne. I'm so glad you joined the company 18 months ago. I mean, people, I'd love to say that that happens often, but I'm not sure if that's the case from the people that I speak with. So again, recognition. Say, you know what, we're going to get this done. I'm going to do as much work as I can to make it, to pave the way for success. And when it's over, we're going to give you not just local recognition, but also national, because it's a big deal when Julie Bond announces that list of people in the middle of the summer. And don't you want to see your name on that list? You know, when you're trying to recruit and retain employees, don't you want to share that you're an employer of choice and that you care about how they get to work? And more importantly, when I say employer of choice, I mean that you're protecting our air quality in this region, that you're increasing the efficiency of the transportation network, and you're also saving money for people. Think about it. It's a cost, you know, it's a payroll deduction. It's a nice benefit to offer people, and it's a big win locally, regionally, within the employer site. So again, this is the gold standard, and that's what I tell people. You know, we are very proud and honored to represent this program, and it's our job. We keep the burden on us to make it happen for you. You know, you just open a door here and there, and we're going to make it happen. I want to close with some bonus thoughts, and that is that you really have access to this community that we kind of call home, our TDM community, and we can bring the people that we worked with into this community and provide them that ongoing support and technical assistance through the BWC program. And again, the training is unparalleled. I'm so thankful that you know, Cutter took this over, and the BWC program is housed with the best people, because they're there for you. We're all there for each other. And it's a powerful program. And I don't think that we should ever take it lightly. And so I encourage you to join the bandwagon for BWC Partners. And if you have any questions, I'm always available to speak to. And I'm going to go mute now for a while. Thanks.
Okay, well, stay on for a few minutes. We're going to turn the time over to everyone. If you want to turn your cameras on, I'm going to ask if anyone has questions for Joanna or Felicia, but we're going to go into also general questions. We have about 5 minutes left for questions, so I'm going to just stop the share. And if everyone wants to turn their cameras on, and if you have a question, let us know. If you have anything for Joanna and Felicia, that was amazing. And Felicia, thank you so much. And there's always such a great event in the DC area where all of those employers get to go in front of the Board of Commissioners, and it really is an amazing event. So people are doing so many things across the country, and Joanna, just everything both you and Felicia are doing is so much appreciated. So let's have some questions. I know you have some questions for them or us, and Vanessa's going to go ahead and put the link to the guide in the chat, and then you'll also get an email with the recording and a link too. And I hope you really enjoy that new guide. Okay, so let's see. We have one question. How do you identify potential BWC members? That was for both Joanna and Felicia. We have some coming in the chat, so if you don't want to ask one in person, even though I can see lots of faces, you can just type that in the chat, and Vanessa's going to facilitate. So Joanna or Felicia, you can both take a minute to answer that.
I'll go first if you don't mind, Joanna. I believe that I read a lot. I'm on Twitter. I'm a Twitteraholic. I can't help it. But I get so many leads from our service area in terms of, what are employers, what are their pain points? Are they opening up a new facility? They need to hire new people. Are they on the bus line? Are they not? When can we get in there and give them the BWC messaging? Right now, we're targeting essential workers, employers that have essential workers, because that's where our sweet spot is right now, because we all know about the hybrid workplace is so popular, but there are a lot of workplaces where people literally have to go to work. And the governor announced that all state employees have to go back to work, and then we're teleworking except for 1 day a week. So we immediately downloaded a list of all the state agencies that are in our service area and contacted them, provided them information with shared ride commute options, and this is the cherry on top, the BWC. If we get a couple of hotels that are ready to roll with us with BWC, then we start targeting everyone else on that corridor, because it's kind of like a bandwagon. Oh my God, you got to talk to Joanna. She had all these questions. She was concerned at first, but she found out this was really great with retaining those employees. So it's kind of like you have to be wide open in your mind and in your research, but then you also have to be very focused to get the job done, or else we'll be talking all day and we won't have any BWCs at the end of the day. So I'm gonna let you go, Joanna.
Sure, thank you, Felicia. I think that's a great area of feedback. As an operator of shuttle programs, of course, we have a finite population of customers who are, it makes it easy for us to do a first pass. And there's certainly an empirical look at, which of those programs are robust enough that they're doing, a mix of telework and bike sharing and shuttling and transit passes. But where it really gets interesting is, in addition to that empirical look, we also look at who are just passionate commute aficionados, and who are those individuals who would be the perfect spokesperson for best workplaces for commuters. And sometimes, even if we don't have that empirical look done, we will look for those evangelists who would just be a great addition to the best workplaces community, and we work that way. But I'll also say, again, it comes to this, it's like a rising tide, all the partners working together. I love seeing John Ford and the Commute.org folks here. We collaborate and support events that they put on that feature local employers and campuses that are not even our customers. And the same with Movability down in Austin. So it's, lots of ways that we identify those folks.
Great. Okay, does anyone have a question who is on the screen they want to ask in person to anyone? Or a comment?
I actually have a question, yes. In terms of actually developing that passionate person at a particular location, what, Joanna, Felicia, what can you do to kind of foster that growth? We have some employers that, yes, we can identify those passionate individuals who really want to make things happen. But at other work sites where they're offering really a high quality transportation benefit for their employees, it's sometimes really difficult to get them to sit down together and fill out the application. So my question is, like, what secrets do you have to foster that passion in individuals?
Felicia, did you want to jump in there?
I'm laughing because our motto is being pleasantly persistent, and giving people the option of two choices that you don't care which one they choose, you're happy with. So I'm going to pick on you, Ken, and say, Ken, I know that this is important to you because that was our discussion in the very beginning. We had this picture, things are happening or they're maybe not happening in the office, but tell me this, you're so close. You're like 90% there. Is there any reason why we couldn't meet Thursday morning at 10 o'clock or Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock? It doesn't matter to me what time works best for you. And we could just close that door. We could just make it happen. Can you imagine how you're going to feel this weekend knowing that you got this done and you're not going to hear this Southern accent on Monday? So you just kind of have to play with it, but enjoy it. But again, pleasantly persistent is kind of our motto. And offering two choices that you like either choice that they pick.
That's great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Joanna, did you have anything to add to that?
I think the only thing I would add is that, one of the benefits that also matters in this day and age is having that feather in your cap, as you mentioned, Felicia, that helps you grow your programs. By having this distinction, you have ammunition to go and get more funding and get more advocacy and like you said, kind of sell up and sell out. And I think, everybody is looking to do more for their communities and for their riders and commuters. So it's playing up some of those angles too that in a softer economy matter to a lot of us.
Right. And Ken, there have been times where I've even told employers, do you mind if we go ahead and draft a news release because you're going to get this designation within 2 weeks and we'll just do the draft. We'll give it to you, take a look at it, get it approved internally while we, get this application completed. And it just kind of gets them over the top in terms of making it happen.
Thank
That's
you.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
That was really great. We have a question for Christine that I know many partners are asking us. It was asked by John. How does payment work if we want to pay for our partners' membership? So Christine, I'll let you answer that one.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, this comes up a lot. And I want to let you know, as a partner, you don't have to pay the membership for your people that you recruit, your organizations, but some partners do pay for it. Some pay for a year, some pay every year, some pay for 2 years. It's totally flexible what you want to do. No matter who pays for it, whether it's the organization or the partner, you get the partner rate. So you remember the price at the bottom. So the way you tell us which you want to do is in the application. So first off, there's a place for you to get credit for those that you have referred, and that is, how did you hear about us? And then you would select a BWC partner, and then below that is a drop-down list so they can see which partners they are, and they can click on your name and you get credit for that organization applying to be a member. Then below that, there's a bill to section. So you could put bill to, and maybe it's Felicia's organization. And so you would put their information, the organization name, the person's name, and their email address. So that way we know that the bill goes to that organization, the partner organization, rather than the member who's applying. So we also have members who just send us an email. Hey, I just want to let you know we submitted this person a membership application today. We're so excited. We can't wait to hear if they make it and if they're approved. And, you know, we are just more than happy to send them an email back saying, hey, it's great, they got approved, you know, and, you know, we'll be sending you the invoice since that's what you indicated. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay, well, we have gone over our time limit, and I'm so happy so many of you have stayed on. And so for those of you who are still here, I just wanted to announce we're going to have quarterly partner meetings just like this. We'll have it in a meeting format, and we'll have a motivational speaker each time. And so we'll send out that invitation. It will be quarterly, and it will be a motivational speaker, something really fun and great, you know, something oriented to what you're doing as a partner. And then we'll just turn it over where we can all get to know each other and chat. And so I'm really looking forward to those, because this was great to see everyone and hear from all of you. So you will be getting a follow-up email, and that will have your link again to the guide. It is also in the chat. And then if you have any further questions, just send them to Christine or I. And I want to thank you so much, Felicia and Joanna. You stole the show there. That was amazing.
It's true.
So,
well, and we couldn't be successful without Julie, without Christine, without Vanessa, Phil, the whole crew. We know that you're there for us, and that's just powerful. So thank you so much.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And we look forward to working with all of you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming. It was good to see you all.